Welcome back to Strength Cultures Podcast, number one in the hearts, number one in the charts. Just quickly checking in to let you know that our 8-week starter pack is only going to be running until the end of this year. So there's about 4 weeks left to jump in on that offer if you're interested in taking your training to the next level. Included in this starter pack is 8 weeks of gym access, 8 weeks of programming access on our app. You also get a technique session with one of the coaches as you on board with us, and a 20-minute nutrition consult with Didier to help build some lifestyle habits outside of the gym to support your training with nutrition and just everything else outside of the gym. So all of this is just $199, and we're only going to be running it for another 4 weeks because we're going to flip things up a little bit as we move into the new year and start to move back into towards our events and our push-pull run and our novice comps and all of that sort of stuff. So if you are interested in coming down, joining the culture here, taking your training to the next level, join the community, get around good training, fun training, this is your last chance to jump in on this very, very hot offer. $199. Everything else is included that we just went through. So if you're interested, it will be the first link down below. If you'd like to speak more, you can simply just DM the page and I'll be happy to chat.
I was learning a lot about the roadside drug testing they use here, and I was seeing like ways to beat drug tests, and one of them was the fake dick. You buy a fake dick
You don't piss for a roadside.
You don't piss on the...
No. It's just, no.
Scrape your
I know
tongue.
it's a saliva test, but I'm saying in the feeds, it starts to... You find an article...
You start getting sponsored ads about how to...
Yeah, how to beat... No, and one of them was like how to beat drug tests, and obviously there's saliva tests, urine test, and one of the urine... This goes for drug testing in sport as well. A fake dick. Or a bladder pack.
A bladder pack, yeah.
Bladder pack with piss in it. So even if you're a woman, you just have the pipe, you just piss to the pipe. That's it. And
straight in.
Yeah.
That's how you'd beat a fake test.
That's how you put someone else's piss. And then, we're wondering, this is for the biogeneticists out there, there's the DNA in your piss. You can have DNA testing.
Like if I piss, can you tell that it's my piss?
You could definitely. Absolutely it would.
Yeah, so like if we put my piss as Didier's piss, will they know that it...
Yeah, they'd have a piss passport, surely. Like based off like your previous piss tests. They'd know if there's a difference.
What if you've never done a piss test?
Huh?
What if you've never done a piss test?
Yeah, what if you've never done it? You're a raw canvas.
Well, that's your first one. You could pass
Piss
your first
test
one,
virgin.
but if there's a
True.
follow-up drug test, then you won't pass the second.
Piss test
Because
virgin.
there's your piss passport. Unless you use the same person's piss every time.
Levels.
So that's how, piss passports.
That's
So Charlie's trying to work out how to get away with doping for his, what are you doing, half marathon?
Yeah, for the 2XU wellness run, I'm going to do fucking slow as nuts.
2XU wellness run. I'm doping into
Doping
it.
scandal.
Doping into a
100%.
fun run
Fantastic.
for depression.
I
Yeah.
reckon the fake penis is the best. That's the best one.
Fake penis is good.
You could get some realistic looking ones.
So
So
I
would
wonder-
you have to?
Do you reckon
You'd
you can
have
buy-
to compete with it.
No, what I think
You
it
reckon?
goes over your actual dick.
Yeah, you'd have to
Wow.
compete with it because as soon as you finish lifting
Girthy, yeah.
or whatever it is, the drug testing officer has to keep you in their vision.
yeah.
You can't go off and grab your fake dick from
Yeah,
the
so
car.
you'd have to compete with it.
You'd have to compete with it. So if you're wearing a tri-suit
You'd have
or
to
a soft
deadlift.
suit,
You'd have
have
to
two dicks.
deadlift.
you'd look like you're packing heat.
Yeah. Big boy.
I would doctor the fake dick.
Make
I would
it
doctor
huge.
it. I'd be
Make
like,
it huge.
the guy, the person that I ask for the fake dick that is making it, I'm like, yeah, sort me out. Right?
So I
I
think
look good in photo.
I think that the reason they do it, more so not for sport, it's more so for work. People that have like jobs where they
Shouldn't be taking shit,
where they
yeah.
drug test them.
Yeah.
That's why they would use fake dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the strat.
That's the strategy.
Imagine just like someone who doesn't... Some dumbass goes to like a breatho test and pulls out the fake dick. It's like, I'm just going to fucking...
But no, mate, put that away. We don't need to see that.
Oh, what about a fake tongue?
Fake tongue.
Imagine that. You just slot it. You see you see
Fake tongue.
you see the
trying to speak to
the
him.
drug bus or whatever. And you just like slot it over your tongue.
fake tongue.
They're like, "What's your full name?" He's like, James Billy.
Fucking hell.
They wouldn't be able to say shit. They'd be like, "Oh, you've just got an impediment."
Concern with the fake tongue is that because it's a saliva test, is that there's still saliva in your mouth. They're probably
Man, technology, surely.
technology.
Or just douse it, a bit of water.
douse it.
That'll do, yeah.
Someone else's saliva on the fake tongue.
Yeah, I reckon it worked. They
Just
don't have
vials
saliva.
in your center console. It's just
Saliva passport.
fake saliva.
Ready for anything.
So have you doped into the half marathon?
Yeah,
Charles?
I'm running everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
EPO?
Everything.
Yeah.
whatever you can think of.
Raw sauce.
You're running it.
Yeah, to run 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Nice. What is the strat? What are you? What are you
Strat.
looking? Yeah.
I
What
don't
are
know.
you?
Everyone's just running.
Right. The strat is run.
Run slow. I don't think I'm at a point where there is a strat yet.
Just get it done.
Just run.
What?
I don't even have a time. I don't care. I'm not really.
Surely you got a time.
Nah,
I said 2 hours and 15, but then CJ was like, I could do faster. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to put this pressure on myself.
What did Rakic run it in?
He did 2:10.
Can you beat that?
He's a bit faster than me. I won't beat that, no.
Shouts out Rakic.
I'm honestly happy just complete it.
I reckon this is going to work
Best
for you
as I
because
can.
as a lifter, you were like, whatever happens. It is what it is. Totaled fucking 760.
Shit
With
total.
runner, you're going to be a bit. You're going to be detached and you're just going to run fast. So
Well,
it's all
yeah,
tough
but
out.
also I don't have enough. Like I said, I'm not experienced enough to have. Getting through the distance is an achievement in itself for me. I'm not at a point where I've got to we'll negative, the first 5K we'll run at this, next 5K and just like negative split it or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a fucking constant pace. I did find that 16K run, I got a second wind with the gels. That's the only thing I have 3 gels. I take 3 gels with me.
Doped hard.
Huh?
Doped hard.
Doped hard on the gels, carbohydrates.
Them gels.
Do you feel so that you actually
CJ's
feel that?
unfortunately pulled out. So I've got to
Oh, what? I spoke to him on.
He's got COVID.
Is
Got COVID. His
That's still rolling around.
girlfriend's really unwell. She's had to go to hospital for COVID, and then he's like, I think I've got it yesterday, and then he sent me the test this morning, and he's sick. So that's fair enough.
Lone
test.
soldier out there.
He goes, do you know anyone that wants to do it? So I messaged Duke. I'm like, I'm going to do do a half marathon. He ran 18K the other day. He's
he gonna do it?
He's ready to go. I don't know. Probably not. So
So you're a lone soldier out there.
lone
When is
soldier.
it? This weekend?
Sunday.
Where's the
So if
track?
anyone wants to run a half marathon with Charlie, keep him company. Come on down.
Sunday.
Where's the track?
Do you reckon I should do it?
Could you do it?
I don't know. The longest distance I've ran in the past little bit is like 8Ks.
Easy.
I've got some serious demons at the moment.
CJ,
the 21K sort me out.
CJ said when he did, so he was running about 25K weeks, but accumulating it across 3 or 4 runs. So not doing long, like he didn't do what I've done, which is the 2 runs a week, a real long, slow run and a threshold run on a Saturday.
We're doing like 15Ks a week.
Yeah. Oh, look, you've conditioned. I think you could do it,
I reckon I could
and
do
you
it.
could probably beat me.
What's the longest distance? What's the longest distance you've ever run?
Like 16Ks.
Yeah, I think.
I was also like 90 kilos, 91.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
if
ran
I,
at
if
like
I can run
5 minute
16K,
pace.
5-minute pace.
I was 10 kilos lighter.
Crazy.
I'm confident in saying that if I can do 16, you can do it. I reckon you can do it. You're fitter than me. You're better. You're better.
I could do it.
You can do it. Do it. Jump in.
We'll see.
Buzz.
Was in.
So what's your strat on Sunday, Buzz?
So I'd start by running slow, and then I'd run a bit faster, and then I'd run a bit faster.
So you would try negative split it.
It just happens naturally. Like you just
As the
start,
G-up happens.
Yeah, you just start slower because it's like, all right, I've got 21Ks to run, so don't be an idiot.
Yeah.
And then it's like the next 5, you'll be like, oh, I'm actually in rhythm now. And then the last 5, it's like, let's get it, boy.
Well, I also don't know how much not because actually this was a coaching question I was going to ask you before. We'll ask it on the podcast now. So I was planning on not doing my lower body today at all. I'm just going to take it off. Like I don't see. I think for Sunday.
Sounds like you want to get out of squats, man.
No, but realistically for Sunday, I'm just like, do I just rest today? Like from both, just I just want to have the day off.
Sounds like you got your answer, man.
Yeah, I think we figured it out.
Yeah. Like you put it this way, you could definitely do something and be completely fine by Sunday.
Yeah.
Something would be like in the scheme of things, yes, negligible for an actual stimulus.
Yes,
It would just be an exposure to the skill. Which
I've got
with
the
you
skill.
you've got the skill, but with you and your squat, the most novel part that you don't have the most, I guess, exposure to would be the range of motion. So doing a couple 100 kilo sets of squats where your gooch touches the floor could be decent.
Yeah, it could be. I actually want to have the afternoon off.
I think
So yeah,
I think
that's
you
your
just
answer.
Like Ben said, I was going to film a couple of reels with the microphones after this.
Yeah. So the coaching answer, taking the CBF out of it, is that you could do something and be completely fine.
So I still want to do arms on Friday.
Nah.
No,
I'm joking.
I want to do arms at Derrimut on Friday.
You're not fatigued.
We do the arms at Derrimut. So
Yeah, we did 20 sets of arms.
I've gone back 10 years Back to the bro era
Yep.
training. Well, we had this chat with Luke Tulloch too. I've said it before on the podcast. I've said it before.
Big name dropper over here.
When Luke Tulloch was on the potty,
We're just like, oh, we had this conversation.
I remember
How'd you forget, man?
So he's coming from the research background when he was talking about like whether exercise selection doesn't really matter. Like as long as you're doing a bicep exercise, doing it fucking hard. And then even just back to the bro split. But Buzz got me onto Sam Sulek's videos. Or Donnie got Buzz onto them, Buzz got me onto them. And they're just good to watch. And just like, again, I would put it as like it's bro training, but he knows what he's talking about.
Absolutely.
Thought out well bro training.
Intelligent bro.
I think it's just like common sense at this point.
It's just listening to his justification, and I was just like, and I was complaining to Deuce that my arms are small, and then literally Sam Sulek was like, if your arms are small, he's like, are you doing a dedicated arm day? He's like, are you just training at the back, the back end of back or the back end of chest, and you're just already half fatigued? And I was like, I need to do a dedicated arm day, and I used to do a dedicated arm day like 6 years ago when I actually had decent arms, so. We started Friday, dedicated arm day.
Yeah.
Arm day. Bro
Dedicated
splits.
arm day. For those, this is just something I've been thinking about as well. I've been tearing into all my clients for. It's either a dedicated arm day, if you don't have time for a dedicated arm day, and it is tacked on to the end of a session, or it's just put in there and you're still satisfying fucking volume landmarks, this, that. If you're not tracking your performance in it, so this is where, how many people do you see at the end of their session? They got buys and tries program. They don't log it. You ask them, hey, did you do it?
yeah,
Like,
I did it.
I'm like, all right, sweet. Why have you been doing 10 kilos for the last 3 months?
Yeah.
They take the piss.
They take the piss. So log your arm work. If you want bigger arms, log your arm work, log the reps you did, and then next week try to do more. Like, it sounds so simple, but no.
Track your training.
Track your training. You track your training.
No way.
But it's like no one's got a problem with tracking SBD.
Everyone tracking-
Everyone
yeah,
tracks SBD.
I'd almost go as far. People have the opposite problem. They track too much of their everything.
Yes.
They-
Yes, so
Yeah,
Sam Sulek was actually the opposite. He's like, doesn't fucking track anything. He's just
I
like,
bet you he tracks how much fucking test he jabs in his ass, man.
no key variable.
and he tracks macros too.
He tracks macros. No.
Yeah.
But when I say he's tracks, he's got an outline of his program. Like, this is chest day, and he was like, on my chest day, I'm either doing my Smith incline press, incline bench, incline dumbbell press, then his pec deck, whatever the fuck he does. But his thing is just go balls to the wall.
Yeah, he fucking trains
and he's
hard.
like, if you're going balls to the wall, you're getting progressive overload anyway, which like, obviously we know progressive overload is the byproduct of it's of adaptive training. Yeah. As you adapt, you need to do more. I think where people go, and this is where I don't know the science thing is like, doing just an RP. Like, RP7 is still very, very
far away from failure.
And I think a lot of people don't actually get there.
Yeah.
And the problem is an RPE7
is-
isn't always an RPE7.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so they don't actually get there. They say it's a 7, but it was
a 3.
It was a -2.
Sure. So outside of an intro week, for accessories, where I'll put like an 8 there. From week 2 onwards, it's 9.
Yeah.
For all accessories. Yeah. And then I also tell people I don't care if they hit a 10.
Yeah.
Like that's it. I'd rather someone like undershoot a 9 than undershoot a 7.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, and the assumption is that most people are going to undershoot.
Yes.
It's not like it really is the minority.
And like, yeah, there might be
that are going balls to the wall every
yeah,
time.
some of you listening don't, but just from the sample size that we see,
I've coached thousands.
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 We can just say
The millions of people out there.
a lot of certainty, chances are you're probably going to undershoot them. So we can assume
One
you're not
person
gonna do that.
who I can guarantee doesn't undershoot is Jay Holmaletti.
Jay Holm
Jay Holmaletti
Maletti.
does not
Holmaletti.
undershoot. That
Jay
is
Hall
correct.
Maletti undershot arms.
I reckon he was undershooting leg extensions too.
See? Everyone's undershooting.
Everyone's got their thing. That
Everyone's
they
got their
undershoot.
thing.
No one's perfect. Not
No
even Jay
one's
Holmaletti.
perfect.
Well, all
No.
I'm saying
I'm
is
close though.
No,
I was
with him.
I was watching Sam Sulek, and then I went to Dermot. But so we're going back 10 years. Zyzz videos into training now. It's Sam Sulek
is the new Zyzz. I
the
reckon.
new Zyzz. Sam Sulek,
He
trans,
definitely is.
Dermot. Mad.
Yeah, I
Bulls
listened
and
to
I-
listen to Hard Trance on the way to Derry
Yeah,
on Friday.
it's mad.
Nice.
I said to
New
Anthony,
lifestyle.
sidebar.
Do you
I feel
do like?
20
Do you
again.
cut shapes in the fucking front seat?
Nah, but my t-shirt was tight. It was
Super
mad.
Turk?
It was Super Turk.
The stringers
Yeah.
haven't come out yet.
Stringers haven't come out yet. I tried mine on
Have
the
you
other
bought
day
them?
and I had a laugh. I've got a stringer, man. I've had
yeah,
a stringer
yeah,
for ages. But no, it's not.
think I've
It's
got
not there
one
yet.
somewhere as
Dropping
well.
weight though. Dropping weight. This is a complete sidebar. It's just to sort of a sidebar, sort of not. It's just to show that Anthony's my brother Donny's a bit of a dick
Oh
sometimes.
yeah, welcome back, Donny.
Welcome
Donny.
back.
Welcome back, Tony.
I was on Friday. This is just Donny's sense of humour. I was on Friday. Charlie messaged me, "I'll go train arms." And I go to Donny. I'm like, "Hey, Donny, like Charlie and I are about to train arms on a Friday evening at Determinism. Like, just like express like how funny is that?" And he's like, "That's really cool, man." I was like, "What did you say?" I was like, "Oh, that's crazy, man."
Bit of sarcasm.
Oh, that's crazy, man. Like,
sarcasm.
I looked at him like, all right, way to burst my bubble.
I'll go fuck myself.
But what I was going to say is if you watch Zyzz and I train, those extra 2 reps.
Can
that
we
are
buy
like-
tickets? Come
You
watch.
can come. Watch the tickets. $15 casuals at the front. Use my code.
I spoke more Greek in that session than I have in
There was a guy wearing a Naxos training shirt. It was unbelievable. Naxos.
Naxos is an island in
Naxos
Greece for
gym.
those.
Naxos gym, which was at full had like the Greek. Oh my green Oakley for
It's
sure.
a mad souvenir.
Anyway, if you watch, what I'm trying to say is the intensity, and I think that's a big. You just.
Intensity is everything.
Intensity is everything. So start with your arms. They're smaller muscle groups. They're not going to cook you as much, and fucking do them hard.
Train them.
Train them hard. We were
Wait, start with your arms before what?
no, like for practicing
Arm
getting
day.
like training fucking hard.
Oh,
Because,
so,
like-
yeah, to learn the skill of hard training.
because they're not going to cook you as
Arms.
much.
That's the place to start.
The
Start,
smaller
yeah.
muscle groups not going to fatigue you as much. What we did is our plan of attack. We went
Hard.
in. We're doing 2
Hard.
exercises of triceps hard.
We picked
2
one each.
exercises of biceps hard. 4 sets of each, 8 sets, and they were all done.
Oh, there was some drop sets in
I
there.
reckon to failure.
There was some drop sets. There was some
And
assisted
forced
reps.
reps.
The one thing that session was missing was some lateral raises and rear delts.
I was waiting to hear what the lateral raise exercise.
Nah, there was no shoulders. We didn't have any shoulders.
You got a shoulder day coming up, don't you?
Nah, I'm just gonna. I'm gonna throw them in there. I'm already doing some shoulders throughout the week, but I want a complete pump. I want to walk around. Just
Trap. You got to do shrugs too, then.
my Olympic lifting sorting that out at the moment. We'll get some shrugs in soon.
I'm torn as well with my sumo deadlifts.
Why?
I was saying to Buzz, I feel this like I was actually wanted to talk to Craig Allen about this because I feel like he's
Well, talk to the boys,
Craig
mate.
Allen's deadlifting hard at the moment.
is he? Oh.
Yeah.
No, but all right. So
He deadlifts once a week.
yeah, was he
Squats once a week.
Conventional.
Yep. But he's got a goal at the moment.
What's his goal?
Pull 300
All right.
at like, or is it? No, it's a triple. I think it was triple and a bit. No, I don't know what it was. Triple and a bit body weight.
He's got a goal.
Deadlift, but he wants to pull 300. So he's had that.
So
After pull run at the start of the year, he wasn't pushing his deadlift that hard.
okay, so he did have a break. So yeah, no, what I'm saying is I feel like since
Or was he?
I just feel this because I'm good at like sumo's a good lift of mine. I want to keep it there, but I'm also like kind of just feel like I'm dragging my heels with it at the moment, and I'm like, how bad would it be if I just waited till 10 weeks out from push pull? So we're just saying just do my squats. I'm loving those heavy RDLs,
You'd be fine.
You'd be fine.
and then 10
The
weeks
only
out.
thing that might fuck you is your hips with your running, with the sumo position.
Nah, I feel like 5 years ago.
I think you've done enough
Wait,
sumos for
how
sumos to be
would it
comfortable.
fuck him?
I also
By not sumoing?
If he doesn't do any sumos and then 10 weeks out, he increases his running volume
Katalaba.
and
Well, when
exposes
you
to the
brought
sumo
sumos
position.
back
That would
in,
be
was
my-
it a bit how you going?
nah.
That would be the only hesitation that I would
Brought
have.
sumos back in. I didn't touch them for nearly 7-8 months.
And you were fine?
I was fine.
Well, then fucking slam
If the
it.
position's not provocative for you, then
I'm just.
You're fine.
I'm
10 weeks
loving-
out.
You're hanging on, man.
I'm looking at every part of my training. Running,
loving the rest of it except for
loving.
that.
Running, loving it. Bodybuilding stuff that we're doing, loving it. No squats, loving it. Incline bench, loving it.
Underhand grip?
I haven't been doing it. I swapped it out for this.
It was
white-
a fad.
Nah,
was a
yeah.
fad.
No, it got me
It was a fad.
No, it's not a fad. It'll come back. I liked it. No, I
like all
did.
fads do. They
My
come
main,
back.
my main pressing. No, I subbed it out for another press. My goal right now is mass. I want mass. I subbed it out
again for me.
Let's go.
What's your goal?
Mass. Weekly research review. I subbed it out for
Monthly
the.
applications of strength sports science, strength science,
Strength sports.
strength
I don't know.
sports,
Something.
science.
I subbed it out for this hammer strength press. That's like it's like a wide grip and sort of decline, and it hits my pecs crazy.
Oh, every fibre there.
Every fiber, just tickles.
Have you used that Rudy Panada Hyper Extreme Mega Press?
The one that converge. Like,
Also, a bit of
That
a
thing, it's a press. It's a press for a bit, and then it diverges aggressively in end range, so it's almost like a pec fly at end range. And then, of course, it converges at the top. But when it's that end range, it's like, all right, this is sweet. And then it's like, oh, I'm going to tear the fuck out of you.
That's what the wide grip hammer strength press is like. It starts from out here. So it virtually is, I think, almost a better version of a pec deck.
Crazy.
Because it's a press, so you feel like you can get a better stimulus, and it's just fucking, man, so I've subbed out the reverse grip for that, because I was like, this is mad. I've been doing that for 4 weeks now.
For those that are listening, Charlie's currently cupping his right pec and like just shaking it up and down.
Jiggling it.
I just want big muscles.
If you tune into this podcast every week and you enjoy the shit that we talk about and you find it funny and you find it interesting, there's a very good chance that you'd probably work really well with one of the coaches here at Strength Culture. This is actually what the boys here do. We work one-on-one with our clients, whether it be online or in person here at the gym, and we build out the best suited plan and individualized plan for you, and then give ongoing guidance and support and adjustments to those plans to make sure you're actually hitting your goals. So if you're interested in getting started, don't worry that it's December or January's around the corner or any of that sort of stuff. Now is the best time to get started, build some habits going into the new year, and hit the ground running come January. If you're interested in coaching, it will be the second link down below that will take you to the website, or you can simply just message one of the boys and have a chat with them about getting started. So what else have you learned from Sam Sulek? Actually, before we go there, why is he so popular?
He's jacked in 20.
Is that literally
not
it?
that, because there's a lot of jacked
guys. I don't know why.
He's very. I would say he's quite intelligent.
I think he's well spoken,
yeah.
which is a major factor. I think he's like humble in his approach.
Yep.
There's a lot of douchebags in fitness.
Craig Allen actually messaged me, responded to one of my stories, and said, he goes, I thought he'd be like one of those TikTok douchebags, and he's like, he's actually not. He's quite well spoken and like pretty humble and down to earth.
Yeah. And it's just like. It's just clear with what he's saying.
He's easy to
He's
listen
likable. Like the dude's likable.
Yeah.
He's just not.
I find him likable.
He's just a likable guy.
Not so much the TikToks I find funny, but they're just people like cutting it and putting him in funny situations. But like just like the longer format, like a minute length of him just talking, I'm like, yeah, this guy just fucking gets it. Gets it.
It's so when I say, have I learnt anything? I wouldn't say there's anything that he's like groundbreaking, like, oh wow. It's more so
other than arm day.
I think that's why it's
it's a
calibration.
No, not recalibration. Just
he's enlightened. He's just shunned the torch on your problems.
He's Gandhi. He's Gandhi.
He's got a bit of Gandhi.
He's the bodybuilding.
He's the Gandhi of our age.
Not so much. What's it when you reiterate? Just reiterate things that maybe sometimes you forget.
Or what JB just said, but yeah.
Is that what I'm trying to think of the word?
I said shine a light on.
Shine a light on shit. We know
a few synonyms for reiterate.
We'll go through the thesaurus.
Fake tongue.
Also, speaking of thesaurus, where did that Mike Tyson thing come from?
I sold it to Steve Airy yesterday for $25.
Where did it come from?
It was from my home.
What Mike Tyson thing?
You weren't here yesterday, were you?
I go away for the week and come back. There's this huge. I'm like, is this for the gym?
Sold it for $25.
It's not for the gym.
We need more icons.
Can we buy it back off him? Can we buy it off him? Why'd you sell it?
I think I've got a Mike Tyson frame. No, I sold it.
Well, we got the Arnie one.
Yeah, it was Steve Airy. If you're listening to this, Dids wants to buy the Mike Tyson thing. You can make money.
Yeah,
I'll name a good price.
We need more aggressive Choco icons like littered throughout the gym.
That was mad.
We've got an Arnold thing right next to the toilet.
That one was better than all the Arnold shit we've got.
Why didn't you say something?
I didn't know, man.
Why didn't you say, hey, what's this doing here?
Yeah, well, I haven't seen you, but I fucking rolled in yesterday morning. Everyone's like, oh, where did this
Tyson with a belt in his glove.
Crazy.
Yeah, mad. We got
young Mike Tyson. He would have been like 22.
Yeah.
Cassius Clay.
Muhammad Ali. Scarface.
Drug dealers. Yeah.
If you go down, I don't know if you guys know it.
let's get a one like what's his name, fucking Tony Mockbell.
I'd rather get the Godfather.
He's the same.
Same, different generation.
I'm telling you, all you need to do for inspiration.
Carl Williams. We get Tony Mockbell with the wig on in Athens. We got that photo up somewhere.
Just our icon.
We'll get the Gato up on the wall. Yeah.
The Carlton, what are they? Carlton Crew.
Go to Barberon Station in Oakley.
Yeah. Alfonso Gadgetano.
You're describing Barberon Station in Oakley.
Man, the Underbelly.
They've got a life-size Michael Jordan replica in the window.
Yeah, we're gonna have
We
Mick
need
Gatto.
more shit like We need more shit like that. We're gonna life size.
We're gonna have Mick Gatto at the front.
We'll get it. We'll do what we'll do. We'll find someone that can make a statue. We'll get a little Toby Mitchell. Mate. What do you reckon?
Toby Mitchell.
Oh god.
Fucking hell.
No chance.
Also, going back to Panada, what is
Ricky.
Zio Panada's first name? Ricky.
Zio.
It's Rudy, but we just Ricky's far
All right,
better.
Ricky.
I like Zio.
Zio.
Zio Panada.
Zio Panada.
What does he look like?
Uncle.
Jacked?
I've no idea.
He would be. Mate, he'd have the best.
It's got to be. But yeah.
What about Tony Atlantis?
Is that actually his name?
No. I don't know. Do you reckon he's jacked?
What,
So I don't know.
who owns
Nah,
it?
Panada's more
who-
jacked
is
than
it
Atlantis.
Panada would have
That's
Prime?
a Jack's name. Like,
Because Sam own Prime.
No.
Say that again, sorry.
Cassim
No, I don't think he. I think he just collaborates on
collaborates on extreme curves.
Yeah, nice.
on.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I was
I
going to
think
say
he collaborates with Atlantis too.
I think. I don't think he's secured his talents to one business. I think he does.
Can I touch
shop
on,
around?
Can I
Consult
touch
that.
on it?
More
Cassim?
likely going to get fucking cut, but yeah, you can.
No, I'm not getting nothing crazy.
Yeah.
All that has made me realize watching Sam Sulek is that, and we've said this before, is everything Sam pushes about. It just don't worry about that shit. Train hard.
No, it has a place. It's yeah.
I think you touch on all that shit. If you just hit
think-
certain parameters with your training, you'll touch on all that.
Yeah,
shit.
well, I think there's a big underbelly. to
Oh,
use
here we
a
go,
word
underbelly.
Underbelly. This guy.
There's a big underbelly that people often miss. And I think we already nailed this topic, and that was that
Costal pec fibers.
people hunt optimal in an attempt to miss effort.
And we said that, and then dramas ensued. And
Did
we
they?
got- Man, that's what we said, and then fucking blocked us and all that shit.
No, not from back then. I was
That's,
talking
what I'm
about
saying, that's the same point we were making, though.
Between the
it?
C-bomb and your left nut about to pop out, there's
It is
a
what it is.
real inappropriate.
It is what it is.
This is the Didier corner.
I turned the camera off. Yeah.
He
Does he have to change?
No, I
positions
just-
on it?
I just
Is it bad?
Can we have just like a motion, just a blur for the entire
Put an emoji. For fuck's sake.
all I'm saying, if there's a young kid out there that's
Bro,
new
those
to
shorts
training,
are so long.
Man, I don't know. They're right up. I don't know.
He must like slip into the back of the
if there's a
seat.
young kid out there that's new to training,
Who would you prefer them follow?
Oh, that's
Sam
what it comes
Sulek.
down to.
Sam Sulek?
That's what it
Panada.
comes down to.
because he's going to show you and teach you what hard training looks like. Finishes with his partial. But what I'm saying is like he
Finishes with his
partials.
That's the key part.
But what I'm saying is like
I love when he gets in his car and he's like, I can't wait to see this pump.
yeah, he loves the pump. He's like the pump.
Loves
the pump. But what
He's the best.
I think for lats, you're doing your 2-3 lat exercises, get good at them and train them fucking hard.
Train him hard.
Train them hard. Don't worry about which fucking angle the fucking this and that and wrapping this around and which grip. Just fucking train it hard.
Yeah.
And use lifting straps.
When a bent over Rose making a comeback, Charlie.
Nah, I don't know.
Or just does Sulek slam him?
I think he would. I think he's just all about machines.
Machines,
cool,
loves
yeah,
machines. I, honestly, with
What about a
Determinism,
Smith machine bent over row?
I can get around that.
I've seen. Yeah, no, we can get around it.
Can we get a Smith machine?
I've seen a lot of bent over rows being.
I think we should get a
butchered.
Smith machine.
I think it's a very
Yes.
versatile piece of equipment.
Yes, I want to do incline.
Sorry, boys.
Yes.
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 TW.
Please.
No, full fucking man.
Daddy
machine,
Sulek.
incline machine press
Where are we going to put it?
everywhere.
Get rid of. We need it.
In the
Just get rid
office.
of 3 of the combos.
On the Alico.
Smith machine, lateral raise machine, hack squat. Done.
Lateral raise machine is not an essential.
It's my favorite machine. that
Nah,
exists.
there's not one that's good. I reckon a chest supported lateral raise, best lateral raise variation.
No, I was gonna say I've been chest supported dumbbell lateral raise. I've been massive on that lately.
I'm gonna say
Massive.
I've used a couple of the lateral raise machines at Derrim, and I don't love them. I think dumbbells. I get dumbbells and cables.
Cables, yeah.
I like
just
the
find the
Nautilus
position that most of them are locked into, lateral raise, they're just like, they're not in their scapular plane. And as a result, I can't get that.
I think we
It's
also.
just my shoulders are just cranky. Doing
Fair.
any variation
Other than cable.
other than cable or chest supported lateral raises where I can like
Wrap it
hold
around
a bit
a
of
bit.
roundness through the upper back. The lateral raise machines, a lot of them, because you can't push the backrest far enough
Yeah.
to have that angling of the humerus at about 30 degrees. And I just can't
need to
get
get
it.
Mike Tyson.
I just can't get it. And it just always hurts.
Yeah, no, I agree. I find it weird.
Used a few. There's a Nautilus one at the Good Life I'm at. Still that. Yeah.
Still, yeah.
Nah.
Some machines just don't need to be invented.
They need to be invented for you to realise that dumbbells and cables are better.
That's right.
Yeah.
But anyway, Smith machine.
But there are some that are hectic. Smith machine split squat is mad. Big fan of that.
Yeah, so this is what I was saying. I think for per square inch of floor space that we've got left.
Smith machine is bang for buck.
Smith machine's bang for buck.
Yeah.
Hack squats.
Because the Smith
Lunge
machine squat,
variations.
if it wasn't the dramas I had.
Apparently
with the
JM
Smith
press is
machine,
crazy.
Apparently it is.
Apparently it's
The
crazy.
machine?
On a
On
Smith
Smith
machine.
machine, yeah.
Apparently
Remember
it's
we
like
had
the
the-
best way.
That was half the people saying us we were doing it wrong.
That's how they like Smith machine.
Saying us we were doing
But
it
then
wrong.
incline Smith machine, choco move.
That's a big choco move. Elbows stay flared. Hard.
It's bang for buck.
Yeah.
Per capita.
Of square meter,
square
square
meter,
per
square
capita, which
footage.
unit? Doesn't matter.
Per
all of
cubic
them.
footage.
All of them.
Per cubed footage shit.
All right. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for
Or
a
if you
nice
sell them, let us
Smith.
know.
I want those
Do
gritty
we want a
ones.
vertical one or an angled Smith?
Fuck, I don't know, man.
Make it work. Whatever.
I don't know. We'll do some research.
I like the gritty ones. The ones that make a bit of noise.
A bit of texture in there.
Yeah, texture, yeah.
Got a bit of dirt in their
It's
ball
like,
bearings.
it's like the difference between an assault bike and an echo bike.
Yeah.
Echo bikes,
yeah.
it's too smooth. Not
Yeah,
enough
nah,
grip.
yeah.
Assault bike, there's a bit of grit.
At Spartans in Kilsyth,
Yeah.
they've been around since like the 90s. They've got old school Panada stuff, and it has that texture to it. Like you pull the row, and it's like you feel it. You feel like the cogs. Oh, it's mad.
Oh, speaking of assault bikes, I got a qualm with Ethan Fleming.
yeah.
What's your
On
qualm?
his story yesterday, I hope he's listening. He'll be listening to this because he said on his story, he's like, can a person lift weights and do cardio without calling themselves a hybrid athlete? And my answer to Ethan Fleming was, did you not listen to the podcast last
Well,
week?
maybe he won't be listening to this.
We defined what a hybrid athlete was. Doing.
I don't know.
Maybe he wasn't in response to us, man.
I
Maybe-
reckon he did. I reckon he did. No, I'm not
Did you
saying.
take it personally?
He took it
No,
personally.
I reckon he did.
Do you now identify as a hybrid athlete?
Yeah,
Nah, Ethan Fleming, I love him, doesn't push weights hard enough.
So you
So
can't-
he's a general fitness athlete, does challenges.
well, no, what I was saying is that
Does them really well, but does challenge.
lifting weights and doing.
I don't know. We pulled that car for about 45 minutes. I
Yeah,
reckon
no,
we could do
exactly.
that. Easy.
Very
What?
challenging.
He's a hectic endurance athlete.
like crazy and mental grit through the roof.
Through the roof.
Through the roof.
Through the roof.
Mental grit out of this world.
But I love, hey, if he wants to DM me again for coaching, 12 weeks, I'll change his life. In the gym. In his
Again.
lifting. In his lifting.
Yeah.
No.
Have you heard his new challenge?
Nah, I don't know.
Last man
I can't keep
standing,
up with this.
something
fuck.
like
Last man standing. Yeah.
What backyard ultra? That's what a backyard ultra is.
Last man standing.
I told you guys this. They run like a 4-mile loop every hour on the hour. Last man
We've heard
standing.
about this. That's not the challenge, though.
Well,
What's
that's
the
pretty
challenge?
much what it is.
What is it?
It's a last man. It's very similar, but there's like a huge hill up in Queensland, and you just got to run up the hill, run down the hill.
Every how long?
I think it's non-stop.
Oh, non-stop.
What's the...
$10,000 prize money.
Who's
That's
in it?
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's in like it's next November or October or something.
Weapons
There's
allowed?
100 people. There's only 100 people in it.
Did you have to get invited? Like, was it an invite?
I think the pre-sale is open now.
Can I ask, how do you get invited? Like, have you got certain criteria?
know,
Like,
yeah,
I've
probably-
pulled a Jeep 100 Ks.
Yeah,
Is there a limit to how slow you can run?
I don't know. We'll talk about it more in January when he comes because he's going to come on the potty. But
I'd like to know the parameters because the reason I like the backyard ultra is because it's every hour on the hour. So obviously you finish it quicker, you get a little longer break, but then you're a bit more fatigue. So it's like a balancing act.
yeah,
I'd like to know the rules of this event.
yeah. Well, we'll talk about more about it in Jan. Absolutely. But yeah, there's new stuff coming. But yeah, back to what you're saying. He was calling you a hybrid. You've taken offense.
no,
has he?
he just and I'm just like, I think we spoke about this last week. Lifting weights and doing some cardio is just training. Being a hybrid is when we said last week, pushing two performance outcomes that do not necessarily transfer over to each other.
I feel like he agrees with you.
Hybrid.
No, I'm just. Does he?
I think what he's saying is if you lift weights and then, like me, if you lift weights and go for a run once a week, you're not a hybrid. If, like you're pushing two things, then you are a hybrid. So I feel like that's the point he's trying to make there.
Yeah.
Like if you go for one run, you're not suddenly a hybrid athlete.
He pushes in endurance, but he doesn't push lifting.
Yeah, so he's
So he's an
not a
endurance
hybrid.
athlete. That's right. That's right.
Oh, he was meant to come back on the podcast for the
Yeah, he's going to come back
the
on.
run, but he fucked himself.
He got a stress fracture.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to roll him
spiked his
up.
volume too quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, needs a
Dramas.
coach.
Damn it.
Hey, he never had these injuries when he was with Buzz.
Never got injured, yeah? Ever.
You know, wrong.
Never. For once.
Changed his life.
Made him stronger. Made those bones, forged them.
Forged him
Yeah.
in the fortress of strength culture.
Calcium bars.
Beat him up.
What is it? What's the bone? What's the bone?
Bone
Is
density.
it ossification?
Yeah.
Yeah, ossified them
Maybe
shits.
those- yeah. Bone density.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Thickness.
Yeah, through Reiki. He was a Reiki massage. I sorted him. Got those bones are dense.
Dense
Part of the service, man. Damn me. Reiki massage.
Sam for coaching.
I'll open up your chakras.
With Smith's machine hack squats.
Dids, how'd you go in Tassie?
Tassie was good. Tassie was really fun. Really fun weekend. Team did well. Comp was mad. Really,
How did this get organised?
us going down.
Yeah, there was like 7 of you that went down.
The comp opened up.
Community, man.
We tagged a couple of each other. Oh, this looks mad. We were all in the gym one day. We're like, should we go? Yeah, done. And then we all kind of booked in, and that was it.
Community.
That was it.
It's all kind of happened.
Just smacked it.
Community.
So yeah, there was
Did you take the boat down or did you fly down?
we flew down. The boat apparently is pricey. Apparently it's boring. So Ash Bowen, he travels a lot for work. He's like, there's just nothing to do on the boat. There's like, you have
It's
to
like
pay-
11 hours.
Yeah, it's a long.
Because
stint.
Deuce was saying about going to take it on the boat, and I think the benefit of the boat is you can take your car,
Yeah.
which is good if you go for a week or whatever, take a car.
But I
But
think
for a weekend, fly.
Yeah, nah, 100%.
11 hours.
It's a whole day. It's a whole day.
On a boat.
Yeah, and it's not.
Is there any mad shit on the boat?
There's no mad shit.
There's nothing to do on the boat.
Look, we could get fact checked, but apparently there's minimal things to do.
They should have like a little
Honestly,
tab or something.
the
there.
shuttle board.
I think I'm done with boats. I think I'm done with boats for the time being.
Everyone plug.
I slept on the floor in Crete. They had goodies though. You know,
On the boat?
On the boat.
It's a
Goodies. It's like
You know what?
It's a Greek fast food.
I had it in Crete this year. Wasn't as good as I remember.
I've had goodies a few times and it was shit every time.
So,
it was like
well-
average. But the thing is, if you got fast food on a boat when I'm going to Crete, 8 hours, crazy.
What I'm
Much
saying
better
is
than
that
baguette.
I had it in Crete once because I was like, I'll try it. But I remember being mad when I was in Greece in 2014 with Steve. This time it was shit. I was like, I'll leave that.
They've dropped off.
I miss what we're talking about.
Talking about
We're talking
goodies.
about boats. There's a boat in Greece that had a goodies on it. Goodies is a
goodies?
Goodies is a Greek fast food.
Oh, nice.
The
Greek
burgers,
macas.
but they got like gyropites as well, like the little souvlakia.
Gyros.
Gyros. Gyros.
Speaking of Greece,
Gyros.
see Spanian's video up.
I did.
Yeah,
That was
Athens.
pretty-
It
that was
rough,
pretty
man.
cooked.
I didn't realize it was that bad.
Which hood? What was it?
In Greece,
Was it
suburb
a bit
of
out-
Greece.
on
It wasn't
the-
dangerous. He didn't say it was more so just like people openly
Using drugs.
drugs.
It was
like
actually.
he's like packs of old men. He's like they were like
it was
60
really
year old men.
confronting.
Yeah,
Just
there's a-
openly smoking an ice pipe.
Yeah, there's a few spots in Athens and where my mum's from, bit out. It's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Or something.
And a lot of illegal immigrants that have just come in from wherever.
Yeah.
Yeah, heaps.
It's really interesting. So then Hitman Hardman sent me another guy, Indigo Traveler, and I started watching him. And he goes to like, he's like, forget that America shit. He's like, this guy goes to like
Africa and stuff. Yeah.
like proper
there.
war torn countries and stuff, and
Like the North Korea and shit.
yeah, like
Yeah.
proper.
Those
Just
the travel videos into like just places no one would go. I love them. I've watched one. It's not Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan.
Turkmenistan.
Was it Turkmenistan or Azerbaijan? I think it was Turkmenistan.
Yes Theory. I watched
It
the
wasn't,
last
it
week.
wasn't Yes
I
Theory,
watched
it
the
was
Yes
someone
Theory one
else,
last week.
but it was like apparently like 95% of the population are employed by the government.
So it's
95%
Doing what?
of whatever, 95% of the population live under the poverty line. All the buildings are made out of like white marble, so
It's crazy.
Beautiful.
It's crazy.
Beautiful.
In Azerbaijan.
No,
Turkmenistan.
Turkmenistan.
You're thinking of Turkmenistan.
Yeah. But you go there, the roads are like dead.
Yeah.
It's like no
so
way.
why are the buildings like that?
The governments of
And it's,
the like the people that run the government are just like ego
It's
driven.
one of the 10
psychopathic.
hardest countries to get a visa to visit.
I'll have to have a look.
There's one guy. I was trying to find it.
YouTube's
in
banned.
Athens. There was a
I'm
guy that
loving
went
shit at the
to Kabul.
So good.
Post Taliban occupation Kabul in Afghanistan. That's hectic. That's hectic.
In Kabul.
Yeah. And he's like, he was saying weird, it was actually crazy shit. So he's like staying in this hotel that's a compound that's protected by Taliban fighters. Taliban's busted, but ISIS is way worse. So they're like, He's like, oh, I actually feel relatively safe. There's some Taliban around here. And the people are writing the comments like,
Oh, wow.
like he was saying that, like he knows how like busted that is to say. But people are commenting like, that's pretty fucking scary, man.
Like that's the reality of it.
yeah. Yeah. Like, that's how cooked it is.
It's
He went to a black market. It was like guns and shit. He bought a Taliban like hat, like beret. Yeah. He's not like pro Taliban or anything. He's just like
sussing it.
trying to show how busted it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna. Yeah, it's crazy. These people.
Yeah, because I was watching some of the Olivero stuff.
Yeah.
I got in a bit of a wormhole last night.
Charles.
Is it Charles?
Tyler.
Charles is the
UFC fighter.
Tyler Oliveira.
Tyler. Yeah, and he was walking around with his mate, who's like a
Kevin, social worker.
Yeah, and he just like puts himself in really dodgy situations.
Because that's his job. He's confident that he can disarm and just because he's from Portland, Oregon, and he's like his job as a social worker. He's like, I want to get this city back and like clean up home. And it's pretty interesting talking, like listening from his point of view, just how like shit it is. He was talking, so he's got that Kevin guy's got a YouTube channel called Truth on the Streets, and he has chats with homeless people, and it's really interesting. And some of them are really intelligent.
Absolutely.
Like they listen to them talk, and they're talking about the structure, and they like have been employed or whatever. And then they've been only homeless for the last 18 months, and it's like really hard to get out of it. But then there's some say that it's quite easy to get out of it. Some choose to just stay in. I don't know.
Soft White Underbelly is another one.
That's a crazy channel.
Soft White Underbelly. That's what I was searching up.
Yeah.
It's just interviews with
Homeless people and stuff.
just anyone.
Just people with interesting stories. Like who've had
Tony
like,
Mockbell?
Ex-cartel hitman and drug smuggler El Gordo. That's a sick name.
there was one
El Gordo, Tony Mockbell. A gigolo interview.
There was one with a guy who claims he was abducted by aliens. I don't want to give spoilers, but just he was like proper lost the plot, but he was fully convinced. But the thing with Soft White Underbelly is like he's very like respectful. Like if someone has like this crazy idea, he just like hears them out. He's just trying to probe them and get them to just have a chat. He's not like trying to.
He's not confrontational.
He's not confrontational.
That's
So it's
good
like
reporting.
No, it is.
Clan
But
member interview.
because of that, they really open up and just say the lot.
Tyler Oliveira's a bit like that. Old mate Callahan, what's his name? Callahan was a bit like that's that good reporting is just letting the person tell their story without judgment.
He's just
What I've noticed now when I see snippets of the news and shit is they're so judgmental.
So is the American news.
They like almost heckle them, like the reporters, like they heckle them for like having a bit of a fucked up view or whatever. And it's just like then you watch these YouTubers and they're so. It's how reporting should be. Just impartial.
Piers Morgan.
Doesn't let anyone fucking talk.
Oh fuck yeah!
Who's the other one? Bill O'Reilly, the Fox News guy.
Was that who's the Darren Hinch?
Darren boy. This is the title of some of these Soft White Underbelly. Body Transformist interview. You know what body transformers are?
no idea.
They like turn themselves into like reptiles and stuff.
Yeah, so this guy's got like nodes out of his head. He looks like Darth Maul crossed with that. What's the Pokemon? It's busted. It looks like Darth Maul crossed with what's that Pokemon that comes out of the ground? The Digger. Diglett. Yeah,
The Digger.
This guy looks like Diglett crossed with Darth Maul.
Little Diglett.
Flat Earth interview. Name's Apollo.
Name's
Unreal.
Charlie.
I was going to say Charlie.
Charlie Athanasiou.
Can you save that and send it to me?
Here's another one. Just go to it. Latex fetishist interview.
Oh,
There's some good pimp and prostitute interview.
Yeah.
Kelpie, Ashley, and Crystal.
We are falling down a rabbit hole.
I'm very disappointed that one of the names aren't Mercedes. Functional crystal meth addict interview. John.
I listened to a bunch of those ones. Yeah.
Yeah,
Soft
I love
white
those ones
underbelly.
because
Yeah.
I'm curious about the human condition.
here we go.
It's what I'm curious from an aspect of like
Flutter your eyelids.
The brain hole there.
no, like someone like that listening to someone's story who's a full blown functioning crystal meth addict because I'll never be that.
Oh, but don't speak
know,
too
man, that's
soon.
what
Anything can happen.
No, but I think the interesting thing to consider is
Talk about
these
fake tongues and
people-
dicks earlier.
These
That's when you kill
people,
the
I'm not trying to like condemn any of us, but these people probably never thought that they'd become that person.
No.
But there they are. So you see that like we're not that different from them. You know what I mean?
No.
Like,
I think they're unreal to watch because it's very easy to write someone off as a junkie or a piece of shit.
I think listen to them
Yeah,
talk.
that's what
whatever
Truth on the
else.
Streets was like. He's
Yeah.
interviewing these people and he's like, yeah, there's a lot of drug use out here, but it's a coping mechanism for these people who probably have had serious trauma. Who knows, being molested as children or whatever has happened to them. Probably had junkies as parents. They never really had a chance. Didn't get loved by their parents. Got disowned. Whatever it was. And this is why I think for us, coming from loving families and all that and supported by parents and crap, it's like very easy. You can judge.
all that crap.
No, you can judge someone very quickly like that. So it's always, I like to go in open mind.
Yeah.
And because, yeah.
Yeah, if you've grown up in fucking suburbia and you don't see it,
No,
it's just
for
like
sure.
very easy to just write something, oh, you filthy junkie. It's like, mate,
And
it's very,
How'd they
very,
get there?
it's very rough how they got there. It's like you hear the story, it's like, you know what, it makes sense. I probably would have turned to that as well.
yeah,
Like,
who know, like their parents were junkies and fucking.
so what
they
chance?
They got molested. Like, no wonder they're fucking using drugs to cope with that shit.
Yeah. What is it? What was the
taken a left
philosophy that we all went down for like A couple months.
Stoicism.
No, not stoicism. It was determinism.
Determinism.
That was rough.
Deterministic.
That was a rough.
Sam
It was like
Harris.
all of us had like a simultaneous existential crisis. For
Yeah,
5
I
minutes.
saved for the flight there. I downloaded a Sam Harris podcast. There was him talking
He's
with
lost it a
someone.
little bit.
He's lost you. We'll get to that in a second. But he was talking for 3.5 hours about determinism, and whilst I have more questions than answers, it was very interesting.
He
Listen.
does did he do the movie? Did he talk about the movie, selecting the movie?
Yeah.
When he does that, blows your mind hole.
Blows your mind.
Yeah,
Because it's
selecting breakfast.
Yeah, and selecting the movie, like pick a movie, and then when he goes through like how, and then he goes, "You really didn't have all," and I was like, "Jesus fuck, man, this is blew my mind." What is reality?
Yeah, that's a tough one. My biggest thing was I was like, "Nah, I've got free will. I got it." I was like, "That was it." And then there was someone I forgot who explained it to me. Like, "Nah, just don't look at it from like that. Like you don't have a choice. Like when it's like you can feel very powerless when it's like every future decision is already decided, which is like I don't know. You can be like, "Oh, well, what's the point?" Come from like a pretty like nihilistic one, but there was like the point of view that I liked from it was just like if you're confronted by a wanker. It's much easier to be like, "Oh, this wanker didn't have a choice in being the wanker that he is," and it makes it a lot easier to detach from that situation rather than want to crack him.
100%.
That was my biggest takeaway. From
But I also,
I think that's a very good way to If you can take that away from that, that's awesome.
so I found a lot of, we used to talk about determinism a lot at Strength Culture 1.0, and you would find a lot of people would get very like resistant to it. It's like almost a very, like you said, very, as soon as the first time you almost can't
Yeah,
comprehend
you can
it.
trigger them.
You trigger them because they have been told that you are a person that makes decisions, which I think you still can view yourself as a person that makes decisions. We do make, and you can live, but it's just everything is a lot more complicated than we. I don't know. I feel like society, we tend to make things so simple.
Yeah, well, it's not as black and white as you do make decisions or you don't make. It's a very like grey area of like subconscious mind sort of dictating.
But everything,
yeah.
even like when we go back to all the COVID shit, it's like just do this or just do that. It's like that one decision, and that's what the people do. Is it will always have a trickle-on effect in the economy or whatever. Life is just a very like even you see in some of these cities that they've legalized drugs and they've used the model of Portugal, but what they haven't done in America is set up rehabilitation programs, whereas in Portugal they have. So they've legalized drugs, but they've got really good rehabilitation programs. So they're getting people off the street, getting them clean. Whereas in Portland, Oregon, they just here's all your drugs. People are still traumatized and fucked in the head, and they're just abusing drugs more and more, and it's turned into like this pit of just. So you got two countries or a state, but America is kind of like 52 countries in its own.
52.
50? How many? 50? 50? I don't know.
I think it's 50.
I'm pretty sure it's 52.
I think it's 50, but
Whatever.
It's 50.
I'm not going to die on that hill.
50 stars and stripes, mate.
50 stars and stripes.
52,
Right
mate.
flag eagles.
13 lines and 50 stars.
Greatest country on the earth. Two places that have done the same thing with vastly different outcomes.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going.
Yeah, I was wondering how you're going to tie it back to determinism.
Well, yeah.
Come on,
I'm
no,
not
you
tying
do
it
it.
back
Saying
to-
decisions that things are complicated.
Yes, I was just saying things are complicated. Like you can make the same decision and things just happen so.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what else has blown my mind hole lately? I've been watching that.
mind hole.
No, I've been watching Life on Our Planet with Morgan Freeman, and when you start to actually like think about how long Earth has been around, there's been 5 great mass extinctions, and 99% of all species that have ever lived have gone extinct.
It's actually fucked when you hear that.
And it just makes you realize that, like, even us humans, civilization will end at some point.
Yeah.
It will end because the dinosaurs bang gone like that. One meteor.
I think it was more than one, but yeah.
So if you're going to do one thing, with your life, train hard.
Train hard.
Machine.
Arm day.
Well, this is what all of this will end, so make sure you train hard.
to training to life, but give meaning. There's no meaning to life. You give meaning to your life.
Does this podcast need a TW?
I feel like it does. We could.
I'm
we
feeling.
could start
I don't
to
know if
make
I'm
some
feeling
breakdowns
triggered
after
or
this.
if I'm like.
No, but what I'm saying is like there's
Charlie ranting about whatever the fuck Charlie wants.
there's no meaning to life. Lifting weights, heavy weights, doesn't have meaning,
we've
but
gotta-
you give it meaning.
Yeah, you give it meaning, but also I think it's the realization that life is absurd gives power. It's
Yes.
that when you realize there's no meaning, you know what I mean?
Give it meaning.
You give it meaning, or it's like, all right, because there is, it just shows how sometimes these massive things that you build up are actually inconsequential in the scheme of things. That gives you power.
Memento mori, motherfucker.
You know what I mean?
Memento mori.
So I
does that
think
mean?
that's
Remember
the
you will
thing.
Remember,
die.
you'll die.
Remember your
No, but like here's the thing though. It's not like you can hear remember you will die. Like, oh, like why are you saying that? But like I find like it empowering to remember that you will die. Because you will die, hopefully that then influences you to live your life in a way or make decisions in a way with the understanding that this is unfortunately potentially finite. You know,
the
like
Stoics.
Carpe
They,
diem, bitches.
Carpe
and they had
diem.
amor
Carpe
fati.
diem. Carpe diem.
Amor
Which one's
fati.
amor fati?
Love fate. So love your fate. Whatever he's thrown at you, love it. These are all the Stoics.
Oh yeah, I saw a good one
And
yesterday.
these
as well.
motherfuckers were all over this shit 3,000 years ago.
Yeah.
They were ahead of their time. weren't they?
What have we learned since then?
Seneca was a solid motherfucker. Seneca.
Epictetus. I actually found that Epictetus wasn't Greek. Epictetus was Roman.
I think all of them were Roman.
Yeah, but
Respect.
they moved to Greece.
Yeah, because Rome like took over like that whole
Marcus
area.
Greece
Aurelius.
was
So that
everything.
was like that Stoic era.
Marco.
But like who are the two?
what's his
Epictetus was a slave and Marcus Aurelius an emperor, but they're both like no. So you got the two ends of the spectrum of like one who's in power and whatever. And
I feel like Epictetus was a big strength culture 1.0 quantum lifting podcast.
Epictetus.
No. But I feel like that was
all of them.
a name that would have been brought up a lot on
I don't even know what
quantum
this
lifting.
Here's another one, another Stoic one. Amor fati.
That's what
Yeah,
it
Charles
said.
just said it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, you listening?
Love your fate.
I'm sorry. Love your fate.
I'm sorry.
Love your fate. The compass one though. Is the Stoics use
What
compass?
compass?
What are you
Hold on.
talking about, man?
No, it'll make sense in a second.
Okay.
Memento Mori, remember you will die. Also, why Christopher Nolan's 2000 film Memento is called Memento because remember, because he's got amnesia. But remember you will die. They use it as using death as a compass to life.
Yeah.
because a lot of us want to push death away as a especially our culture, and I know Greek culture is kind of the same too. They view death as like this very dark thing. When in reality, like death is coming. One thing's for certain: taxes and death. Death's coming for everyone. When we don't know,
And the arm day on Friday.
and hump day on Friday, but death's coming for everyone. And at what point you don't know. So it's right to use it as a compass towards life in the present moment.
Of course, because if you thought you're gonna live for 1,000 years, you fucking hope you'd live your life in a different way to the way you are now, and vice versa.
Would you? What would you do differently?
If you knew you were
I
going
would
to
have started
live
arm day Fridays a lot earlier.
That's it. That's 100%. Or if you knew you had 5 years left to live, like what would you do differently?
I'd probably start blasting gear.
I'm gonna die.
If I knew I was going to die in 5 years, I'd be like, well, may as well try it. Because obviously that's a big reason for me is why I don't use like the health component.
I love it. That's the first place your brain goes, but it went there so fast. Like, you didn't even finish the question. You're already
thing-
saying, I'm blasting.
Well, the funny thing is, you know that when they ask that question, what would you do differently if you knew you were going to die in 5 years? That's for you to start taking action with that now. Usually,
that is it. It's like
So
a
that's
trigger
it.
for you to start living in that
deep down,
direction.
you just want to do gear.
You just want to do gear. No. How long has this
true.
been inside you?
I don't mind it.
I've always known it.
about 4 weeks ago, she started a Determinism.
If I was going to die in 5 years, I would do the gear.
But what if you do? You could die in 5 years, so maybe you should start.
The beauty of death is we don't know. You're giving me a reality where I know that I'm going to die.
Beauty of death is we don't know.
We don't know. I could live to not like my bappu died at 92. I could live to 92. In that case, I don't want to do the gear. I want to live a long, good life.
He was smoking them analogues.
No,
though.
that's not the one that smoked. The one that smokes still going. He's strong. 86. Fucking. It's just fuck yeah.
How's his recovery from the dog bite going?
Yeah, he's all right. He had a it was good. Like he's okay for how fucked it. It fucked his hand up pretty.
Yeah, well, dog bite.
Dog bit.
Yeah, Great Dane, big head,
Big motherfucker.
big mouth.
He's doing all right though. But there's another. Just looking at him as well with cigarettes. Like it's not not 1 equals 1.
It's
All right, I'm not condoning
Charlie's
smoking.
pro-smoking.
I don't smoke.
it's the stress that'll get you.
Yeah, we've sorted that out as well.
Yeah, it
We've
is.
already worked that out.
You got to punch darts, don't vape.
And it's like, man, like
Yeah,
they say, like
vaping's
the Mediterranean diet, lifestyle. The lifestyle's the key part. You can
yeah.
fucking be overweight. You can smoke. You can live off
As long as
whatever.
you have your siesta, though.
If you eat food in an environment where you love everyone and you fucking sleep every day at lunchtime for 3 hours, you're happy.
Vibes and olive oil means you
The
can
blue
punch
zones.
darts.
It's the blue zones.
Yeah,
It's like community,
cucumber out the garden.
lots of neat, whole foods.
Local cigarettes, like
Community's a big
Yeah.
one though.
Vitamin D.
Yeah, you don't want them cutters, man. The government,
D, son.
if you're buying darts for $60 a packet, like you are here, you want
Tax.
stress.
That will cause stress, which will kill you.
Over
That's
there,
what really
my
kills
cousins were freaking out that cigarettes went from $4 a packet to $5. Like extortion, man.
20%.
Like inflation.
25%.
So my couple gets the ones, the illegal ones from the.
Maybe you just rat. Oh, loose lips sink ships, bro. You rat out your fucking.
You're just ratting out your butt.
rat out your buffalo,
Fucking
man.
He
hell.
gets them from because there's a.
Don't say
black
where he
mark-
gets them from.
No,
Man.
no, no,
I'm
no,
actually
no,
keen to
no,
hear.
If it
I
doesn't,
don't-
I'll
I don't
beep some
know-
of this out.
I don't know the shops that he gets them from. I just know that the cigarette stalls get black market cigarettes.
He wouldn't get
imported,
Chop
so
Chop.
they don't have the you will die packaging. It's normal packaging, and they
They're a bit
sell
more
it
positive. They're real analogs.
real analogs, and they sell them cheaper, way cheaper.
That's another thing.
There's no tax because they're getting black market.
When I was on
Black market for everything.
The cigarette packets here doesn't make it trendy to smoke. If you've
No,
got a
true.
cool original packet of cigarettes,
Marlboro Gold.
Marlboro Gold, or the old
Yeah, but that's
Winfield
why they did
packets.
that.
What would you want?
Huh?
yeah,
That's why they did the olive packet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But the problem is, if you're a
deterrent. I would
smoker,
stress out looking at that.
Would you drink
Makes
that
it harder.
Gatorade bottle? The Gatorade bottle, nice, sleek label, electrolytes, sport performance. Powerade,
I'd
whatever.
pick Gatorade over Powerade.
Imagine if it had a photo of some woman's mouth decaying and saying you will die. Would you walk around with it? Probably not.
I'm completely missing your point here.
I'm saying that the reason that Greeks are not affected by smoking is because they're not stressed out by the
they
packet.
don't see
So if I
packaging
saw
that's
the packet,
stressing
is
them
the
out.
stress.
So if I had this packet that looks mad,
They need to do
one, I've got an increase in cool points,
Increasing testosterone.
an increase in test because this packet's mad. Two, if I have the OG packet, I don't have to look at this deformed head. I'm not reading it thinking I'm going to get fucking cancers or whatever else. All I'm thinking is, look how cool I look. I have this cool packet and I look like a mad dog because I'm smoking a dart. And the enjoyment of
sleek.
smoking a
It's
dart.
sleek.
It's sleek, exactly. So
Sleek.
the packet affects life expectancy.
On the contrast,
That's my point. Does that make sense?
vaping, low test. That's what really kills you.
You
That's
look
what I
low
want you to
test.
know.
You look low
You're low
test
test
smoking
and then
a vape.
dramas.
Yeah.
Look,
Drama.
there's a lot of pros.
Dramas.
There's a lot of pros in Australia, a lot of pros in Greece, a lot of cons as well in both countries.
Mate, if
I think those European countries have the stress thing sorted a lot better.
They do.
But I think we, in terms of health and fitness, lifestyle,
What's driving our stress?
grind culture.
There's that grind culture.
That's why we're
I
doing the
understand-
health and fitness, just to fucking offset the grind culture. If we stopped
Yeah.
grinding,
Exactly. All you're doing with health and fitness is building up your capacity to grind.
I think
we
there's
figured
this
it
big
out.
thing,
Yeah.
especially
We're closing the gyms.
I don't know if it's come from America, but in Australia and even America, like this, like everyone thinks they're going to be a millionaire. When in reality, there's one here and there that will be one. But you
No,
know,
it's the culture. There's a different
There's a big
culture,
culture
in,
of that
in
too.
the
Just keep back
post-war
there.
West versus
back on the beach. Have a non-branded cigarette.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Do some arms.
We've decided non-branded cigarette, it increases stress. So you can't smoke in Australia unless you've got Black Market Connect.
Man, I know like friends that have smoked, like they've gone to Rollies, they've gone to Black because you cannot afford it. It's $50 a.
But I think these are all deterrents.
or just stop smoking.
This is bullshit, but I want is freedom. That's the issue here.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
then-
smoke. I don't smoke, yeah? I don't
freedom,
smoke.
But then I don't know.
I just
You want the choice.
I want the
healthcare
choice.
And
system.
if I wanted to take
If
that
I want
choice,
to be a burden on the healthcare system, let me be a fucking burden. All right?
And
That's
if
my
if
choice.
I ever want to smoke, let my packet look cool.
yeah, and not be $60, man. Come on.
Well, you
Got
know what?
that.
The burden on the healthcare thing, because they promote, like, this is what shits me with drinking alcohol. Is like it's really glorified in Australian culture. And I like getting pissed. Don't get me wrong on that. I like
That's the next guy, man.
if I want to drink, I want to drink. But no, why is it so? We're so brainwashed to think that's okay. But then, like, and I think the weed thing is changing a little bit. It's been legalized a lot in America. A lot of medicinal use here now. You find a lot of people with prescriptions and shit. And it probably will be legal here too at some point. But why is fucking alcohol so? And the
Well, they can tax
level,
it.
but the level of alcohol that's
I
consumed.
think it's just cultural. Like there was at some point, whether it was through like just public opinion or like government efforts, smoking was just like mega demonized to where the point where if you were born in the 90s or onwards, you were just pounded with smoking kills, smoking kills, smoking kills. And yes, there's information about the issues with drinking, but it's not to the same extent. Like think about TV growing up. Just constant, just bombardment about how
Still,
bad smoking
sport.
is. Alcohol doesn't get that same treatment, even though maybe it should to some extent.
Sponsor all over sport. It's sponsor alcohol.
And that's the thing.
That was Didier's political degree coming out.
When did smoking stop being advertised in sport? I don't know. Maybe in the 80s, 90s, it probably was. But obviously, at some point, they stopped that because like, oh, this is bad. Whereas that hasn't happened with alcohol. Like fucking, it's fucking.
to his new ads all the
Because that
time.
was it. Smoking was like advertised as a cool thing. Like people that was like recommended in ages, like
Because it is.
it is cool, but like for advertising so long ago, where alcohol now is still like the ads
still
for
cool.
alcohol
It's
is
still
still
cool.
promoted
It's
as a cool
glorified.
thing.
It's a cool
It is.
thing.
It's- It is. Yeah.
It's at the beach with your mates, fucking sunsetting. Coronas.
Every beer related
cool.
commercial is just like painting like a fun, happy, cool, enjoyable picture, and then there's
makes
not,
you want to get pissed. You're just like, I cracked the bottle open. I don't know where I was going with that one, but yeah, this has been
All
good.
this, yeah, all this government,
I like
all
this one.
this whole podcast. All it makes me want to do is take all my cash out of the bank and put it under my mattress.
Do match
And do
speed.
this.
I'm so anti-government after this podcast.
Why?
It's not funny. I mean, why?
They don't have our best interests at heart.
They're dogs, man.
they don't want us to smoke, but they want us to drink.
See, where are the
I
inconsistencies,
reckon
bro?
the government.
You're a shill.
I think we give the government more. We put them on a higher pedestal than what they actually
Who,
are.
bro? Who does that?
Love the government.
I reckon the
We
government.
need more control.
I reckon they're dumb. I don't think.
All right, we're not getting into this conversation. Back to the boat. All right.
Oh, how was the powerlifting comp?
that all got
Back to the boat.
I don't think we're done.
No, I need to know how the comp went. I just
right.
want to hear how the boys went.
All right. Firstly, my priority in recapping the comp is shout out Ed, loyal listener, down from Hobart.
Ed.
Thanks for the support. Appreciate it,
Yasu
brother.
Ed.
Come
Yasu
down when you're
Ed.
in Melbourne. Yasu Ed. No, the comp was mad. Thank you to Jack Dunn and Leviathan Strength for hosting. That's where I got into Panada before. Leviathan Strength is crazy. Equipment, nuts.
Through the roof.
Can we get some plants hanging from the ceiling? They had hanging plants.
Scarface posted
Indoor
first.
plants, man.
Man, but like
Bathing.
they're proper.
Forest bathing.
Proper
Yeah.
like
Wait, they're
plants.
real?
Real plants.
The Japanese forest bathe. Some
Everything was
electrons and shit.
Panada.
I like it when
want
it's
you
some
to session.
terraniums.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
Fish tank.
Like
Yeah,
a
no,
panthers.
Isn't that like
Leviathan-
a bowl that's like self-sealed and it
Yeah, it's like a
self-regulates?
it's like a bowl and you put it in there. Yeah.
No, we need that. The
Like a
Leviathan's a
Panthers.
crazy gym, really well run.
Has it got
comp.
Panada?
Everything with their logo on it. Just, I was blown
What do
away.
you mean with their logo on it?
They have a
The
logo, like we've got the
Leviathan
eagle.
logo.
Everything had like the
Personal.
Panada, the
Custom.
Panada machine would have
had
that.
Leviathan logos on, like
It's like a collab.
on the stitching of like the
Collab.
of the leg press, like the
Who's
pad you sit
funding
on.
this?
I don't know, man. It's a sick gym. It's crazy.
Tony Mockbell.
But yeah, this comp was really good. Tony Mockbell.
Mockbell's funding everything.
That actually don't know. He's hiding in Tasmania. That's what they don't tell you.
After Athens, you went to Tasmania.
He dug a hole.
That's it. He swam.
What is Leviathan? What do you know what it stands for?
Okay, so yeah, it's something to do with Satanism. I don't know exactly what. Something. No, because they had a lot of satanic type things. But what I'll give them is
It's a sea serpent.
sea serpent. The satanic
Do
vibes
you want to start that again?
No. Hold on.
I'm
It's
serious.
noted
in the Bible.
in the Bible,
Yeah.
the Hebrew Bible, including Psalms, the book of Job, book of Isaiah, and Amos.
Joe Watson.
No, Job's all right. God in the Old Testament was a dog.
He actually was.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that one.
Anyway, but
The
yeah.
Leviathan is often an embodiment of chaos and threatening to eat the damned after their life. In the end,
wow.
it is annihilated. So far out, the Leviathan
But
strength sounds
what
like they're
I-
going to meet the demise at some
What
point.
I'll say is my assumption of those more like grungy, like satanic vibes gyms, they're dirty, they're run down, there's a hole in the wall. They did like
They got fucking indoor plants,
they're doing boutique Satanism, like clean posters, but like boutique. The gym looks like it was like really well kept, pristine.
Are we
So,
allowed
like,
to keep this in here?
man, I'm not
These
taking
are
the
only
piss.
positive vibes.
I'm not taking the
Didier
piss.
came up to me before when I went down. That was, how's the comp? That was the first thing he said was, gym was so sleek,
It was amazing.
elite, indoor
It was like-
plants,
Boutique
good
Satan.
finishings.
The Hail Satan's not for me. It's
Did you go to the
not my
bathroom?
vibe.
Bathroom's always the best indicator.
Bathroom was
Wait,
clean.
so outside of the name, where were the satanic vibes?
Everywhere.
Oh.
There was massive posters bigger than Zyzz all around the gym.
Of
Like,
who?
What?
Just different demonic type things, like witch related,
Really?
satanic
Wow.
snakes.
Full theme.
Yeah, but the toilet very clean and
Lucifer bashing
picture
Jesus.
that you're in like Fitzroy and there's one of those toilet seats that's like multicolored. They had a multicolored toilet seat. That was a bit fruity, but
What?
yeah, I don't know.
What is this?
What the
review,
fuck,
man?
man?
I don't
How
know,
did the
man.
boys go?
The boys did well. The boys did well. So we had
What the fuck? What
so, there's a picture. So most toilet seats are white.
You just call that toilet fruity.
It was fruity, man. So most toilet seats are white. This toilet
say
seat was
that.
like a bunch of different colors. It was blue, yellow. There was a picture on there.
like hoops, like rings, like around, like a rainbow.
No, it wasn't. It was a picture of some sort, but it was very colourful.
Was it like a mood ring?
Wait,
Like, so you
Jack
sat
Dan,
in
if
the
you're listening,
toilet.
can you send us a picture of your toilet seat?
mood ring.
It was mad.
And depending on your emotions, the different colours.
Depending on your stool.
Depending on where your stool ranked on the chart, it changed colour.
Changes colour.
Yeah, mine was black.
Changed in the game. Yeah.
But that was bad.
Surely the comp recaps next week after that.
Oh, look,
we can't actually give the boys performance justice after that.
Look, I shout out Ed. I gave you a review of Leviathan Strength. Stay tuned
Did
next
we
week.
win anything?
We won everything, bro. Everyone got a medal, man. It was Oprah.
No, any money. There was prize money.
So
was Oprah.
Connor won best junior lifter, $100.
Well done.
Andy, Mr. Culture, won the Spirit Award
Of course
for the way
he
he
did.
carried himself.
Well done.
Also won $100. Also, shouts out Lydia. I'm not sure how to pronounce her surname. Lydia Hanky.
Yeah.
She just member of the community, was just getting around everyone, really helpful at the tech desk. Just awesome presence there. And she actually donated the $100 for the best junior lifter. So thank you,
lovely.
Lydia. And yeah, just everyone from the gym was just really friendly, really helpful. Awesome comp.
Lovely. I think we're done, Charles. We don't have any more rants in us. Didier just clocked you with everything you've said in the last 45 minutes. with boutique
ring.
Satanism and a fucking
I was going to
fruity
add,
toilet.
my gauge is always in the bathroom. So when we went to
pristine.
Sebastian Orb's gym, his bathrooms
was like a hotel.
Unbelievable. I
Interior
went there.
designer did some things in there.
The interior design in his gym is unbelievable. I went in there, I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm in a 5-star hotel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice
fucking
toilet.
showers, shit, everything in here. Perfect.
Yeah, mad. All right, done. Thank you very much. See you next week for
I think we peaked.
episode
No.
107.
Every
Done.
time we say that, we can go one more.
So thank you very much for listening to the complete episode of Strength Cultures podcast. That got a little bit out of hand towards the end there. Charlie on his determinism rants and whatever else. I think the call of boutique Satanism from Didier was probably one of my favorite one-liners on the podcast so far. So again, thank you very much for checking out all the way to the end of the episode. We really do appreciate it. Again, just wanted to let you know that there's only 4 weeks left to jump in on the starter pack. So that's that 8-week starter pack here at Strength Culture. You get an onboarding one-on-one. You get a nutrition consult with Didier, as well as 8 weeks of access at the gym and 8 weeks of access on the Strength Culture training app, as well as the fact that we are just available for one-on-one coaching, whether that be online or in person here at the gym. You can work directly with one of the boys. We can set up the best suited plan for you, set some goals, set some time frames, and then offer ongoing support and guidance to make sure that plan is actually getting hit and we're building towards the goals that you've set out. If you're interested in either the 8-week starter pack or one-on-one coaching with the boys, you can simply go through the links down below or simply shoot the main page a DM, and I'd be happy to jump on a call and chat and see what the best suited option for you is. But again, thank you very much for getting to the end, and we will see you next week.